What is up, twerkers, jerkers, and lurkers, witches, liches, and bitches? It is time once again for another Johnston Blackhorse dewz the drawringz with your host, me, Johnston Blackhorse, and I'm gonna do the drawringz. Hold on, let me let my moderator know that I'm streaming. There we go. All right, let's get down to it. Oh, I guess I should let's see, share a link on Twitter also. Okay, there we go. Now let's get down to the strumens of the arts, of the artworks. Do 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 do. Biddy 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 biddy. I don't know what to listen to. I don't know what to talk about either. School's been doing all right. Got some homework to do over the weekend, and I am looking forward to a long holiday weekend. So what's everyone else got planned for the weekend? Well, me and family's gonna have a little bit of a barbecue. Gonna smoke some ribs, hot dogs, and I don't know if we have. Oh yeah, hamburgers. Yeah, that's right. We got some hamburger patties last weekend. In preparation for this weekend. Yeah. So what are you gonna be up to? Anybody? uh, yeah, my moderator's not here yet. She's usually here, but she's she's busy racing on the games, playing her racing video games. I should do some gaming tonight. If any of y'all are interested, check out my Twitch channel later this evening. I plan on streaming some Resident Evil. Resident Evil. So come on by, check it out. Brax to Landry. What is up? Yeah, I'm going to be playing some Resident Evil. I am out of coffee. I am out of energy drinks. Oh, I know. I have Dr. Pepper. Ooh. Ooh. Sun will always shine, the birds will always sing. As long as there's taste, there's always the real thing. Dr. Pepper Classic is always the one. What is up, Dasco? Brex Talander says, I'm procrastinating with stable diffusion instead of going to bed. Stable diffusion. Is that a game? Or is that like, are you researching stable diffusion? Oh. So like stable diffusion is like oh wait, what is stable diffusion? I'm reading like an article about some sort of like AI. It's a text image generating thing like Dolly, but different. Ah, yeah, I've been like messing with something like that. I don't know what the one in Discord is, but I played with the Discord one for a little bit. Ate all their cafeteria food, ogled college girls. Oh, moved my sister into college. Nice. College cafeteria food. Like fucking the cafeteria where I went to college. Like I would always make myself like every weekend. I'd make myself like a fucking king ass, king size like freaking chef salad. Oh my god, it was so good. Some of the other dishes, like weren't all too great, but fucking the salad bar was always good. Cheesecake, son, right? Fuck yeah. Fucking love me some cheesecake. I love me some cheesecake. What's up, Concept Sama? Sorry about that. Excuse me. Sorry if that was too loud. Yeah, I'm apologizing for the silence, not the burp. I'm doing okay. Um, been a little busy lately. Like shit. Like when the fuck am I not busy? But for the past few like months prior to this month, just been crazy busy with commissions, trying to keep my head above water, and was doing breakfast burritos for a little bit. Like I make some bomb ass breakfast burritos, but the reason I was doing that was because I was trying to earn up some money for college when my second semester courses for my computer certificate class with startup, but fucking hell, man, I could. It's like any amount of money I made would like go back into funding like the supplies that I need to make breakfast burritos, and beyond that would like either go to gas or like fucking something would happen like in or around the house which needed monetary attention. So I'd have to spring whatever money I had left to fucking pay some of those necessary odds and ends. So I was not fucking making enough money to like help out my tuition at all. But uh unbeknownst to me, like my classes were starting up. One day I get this wild hair up my ass, you know, like thinking, oh, maybe I should check up on when my classes start, because this whole time I had it in my mind like, okay, August is like a significant month for my schooling, and I couldn't remember what it was, but I just figured like, oh, you know what, like that's probably when I should start figuring out my classes, get registered, get my financial support, all that stuff, because I figured like school would start up in September. So as I was struggling with like these breakfast burritos, not that I was struggling in making good breakfast burritos, because I make some fucking kick-ass breakfast burritos. But anyway, well, compared to the breakfast burritos around here, anyway. But anyway, as I was struggling with that, I got this wild hair up my ass. Like, no, let me check on like when I should schedule to like start all my college shit. So I check it this one day, and fucking hell, I come to find out that school would be starting, like my classes would be starting the very next day, and I'm like, fuck. So that whole day, like I try to like figure out like, okay, am I registered? Let me like file for like another FAFSA grant, and start working on like what textbooks I need. I like that whole day was just a mad dash to like figure all that shit out. And thankfully I did. And thankfully, like when my last semester ended, like I just took it upon myself to just get a head start. And I'm glad I did. So I fucking registered early, just right after my first semester classes ended. I just went ahead and just registered for my second semester. So I'm taking those college classes again, and I had to stop my commission stuff. Of course, I'm keeping Melody on as like a dedicated client because Melody's my sugar mama. And I'm still drawing stuff for her. This is the current one I'm working on for her. It's like a 2-character piece, but they're like more or less the same character, but it's like a kind of like a split personality scenario where you have the dark version of the character and then you have the more timid, shy version. I just have the base body mapped out right now. I'll get around to clothing this one later, but right now I'm mostly working on this one. Well, it's coming along pretty good, but since I'm not taking on like fucking extra commissions, like I'm going ahead and doing like just extra art for myself, because like I've been like just hyper focused on doing commissions, and I haven't really been posting any of my own art for like the longest time. So I'm kind of like taking this time, like schooling and like taking Melody on as my only client, and then setting aside some spare time just for myself to just do my own artwork. So I've been like at it for a little while. Fucking hells yeah. Pussy clown dildo motherfuckers. So it's just me having fun. And I'm waiting for my student grants disbursement check to come in. I believe I set up direct deposit. I hope I did. At least I tried. Because I need that direct deposit to I'm gonna use my disbursement check to pay off my fucking cabin. Cause I have like 2,000, like round about 2,500 left on this cabin. And my college disbursement check is coming in, and the amount I'm getting, like I could either get new tires for my Escalade because my Escalade needs new tires bad. It's like they were getting sort of like the tread is getting pretty low, but one of the front tires, there's a blister forming on the side, and I don't want to drive it anymore unless I'm going to get more tires or new tires, because I'm afraid that if I drive it around, I'm going to have a blowout. So with my college disbursement check, I'm thinking like I can either pay off this cabin now or get new tires. But in the long run, I'd save more money if I just went ahead and paid off the cabin. Because I'd be saving like one whole payment of like about $500 or so. And my mom's been helping me out a lot with the cabin payments. And for me to like just go ahead and take this college disbursement check and just pay off this cabin would be like a huge benefit for my mom. So I would more or less be debt free. Of course, I still have some medical debt from my freaking pickaxe wound to my foot, which is like pretty much 100% healed by now. I used to get this tender spot where like where the right around where the pickaxe entered my foot, but it's not as tender as it used to be. So I think I'm 100% now. Yeah, big ouch is fucking right. Oh my god, the pickaxe to the foot, like to the bottom of my foot. That was no fucking fun. Like the moment it happened, is like I knew, like I was in trouble. Like oh fuck, I done fucked up. I was trying to rush, like some of the work on my cabin because I needed to dig like a 3 foot deep trench for the power cable to lead up to. And in trying to rush that, like I fucking stepped on a pickaxe, the business end of a pickaxe, and it went right through my shoe and right into my foot. It was bad. But I'm good now. It's all good. Oh shit, I'm getting a phone call. Hello? I already did. Okay. That was the dinner bell, but I already ate, so it's all good. So now I'm like taking time to just experiment with my own art every now and then. You know, to just like generate interest, keep myself relevant. Because just doing like a lot of commission work, like I found myself like just kind of getting into this whole like commission fatigue funk, because I was concentrating more on the money, just like earning money instead of enjoying the art. So I'm finding like a good balance between the two, and Melody's been helping out a lot with that also. Like sometimes there are times when I want to keep working, but she tells me to take a break. Sometimes she has to be a little bit forceful. But yeah, it's like I tend to inadvertently, like I'll tend to like almost get stuck into that whole money pursuit mindset, and I'm trying not to get into that, because like what would happen is that I'd be so focused on just trying to get each commission done as soon as possible, just in pursuit of that money, that it was making my art suffer and making each commission like a little like go on longer than it should. So in trying to rush and complete artwork, I was inadvertently like making things harder on myself, because I find that if I just sit down and focus on enjoying the process of creating art, I actually get things done a lot faster. Because when I get stuck in the mode of just like got to get it done, like I find myself making, or I find myself making several mistakes, and I keep going over the same like portion of the drawing time and time again, just trying to make it look right. But since I'm rushing myself so much, like it just never gets to a point where I'm happy with it. Get my meaning? So if I just take the time to enjoy the process, I find that I make fewer mistakes. But also like just yeah, Melody takes good care of me. Someone's got to, right? Because I'm sure as hell not doing it. With the way I run myself ragged. Oh my gosh. But yeah, like I'm hoping this tuition disbursement comes in tomorrow. That way I can pay off this cabin, and there are like some computer supplies that I'm wanting to get. Mostly like a better chair, because what I'm using right now is like a literal fucking wheelchair. Where I need to do is like get myself a gaming chair, and I'm eyeing a gaming chair right now. It's like I have the money to buy it, like thanks to Melody, but I don't have the money for the shipping and handling. So I'm like kind of chomping at the bit, just waiting for that money to hit my bank account. But I am hoping that the direct deposit was set up properly, because the issue I was running into was like they were asking is like, well, can you send us a voided check? And I'm thinking like, who the fuck uses checks anymore? And like I said to them, like I don't no, like nobody uses checks nowadays. Like, can't I just send you like a screenshot of my bank account information, like showing my name, my account number, and the routing number? Because that's pretty much all they need that voided check for, is my name, the routing number, and the bank account. And I'm hoping it got set up, because I didn't get like another letter telling me to like, no, we need a voided check. So I wasn't shot down, but I'm hoping it went through. Oh, there's Melody. There's my darling love, moderator Fluff. She says, "Oh, who's talking about me? We're talking nothing but singing your praises, love." So yeah, like I even took it upon myself to like kind of like look to see like how much it would cost to like order some checks, because I was thinking like, well, to deposit this check, if they send me a physical check, I'd have to like drive 2 hours away to my nearest bank branch, and for me to do that, like I need a vehicle, like, which I sort of don't have one because, like I told you guys, I need new tires. And to like drive all the way out there with like any other vehicle, I'd be spending extra money on gas, and I'm trying to like use the majority of this check to like just pay off this cabin. So I'm wanting this whole direct deposit thing to work. So I looked up like how much would it cost to like get myself like a checkbook. I looked it up and like fucking hell, $30. $30 to order myself a checkbook, which will probably get here in like 2 to 3 weeks, which is like far past the point of when I need it because I need it right now. But like $30 to get a checkbook just to use one check in order to void to try to set up this direct deposit thing. And like I guess I could go to like my bank branch to have them print me off like a voided check in order to use it for that purpose. But again, it's like I don't have the vehicle to fucking do that. So I'm like kind of like going back and forth with these people. Is like, look, this is why I need direct deposit set up, because if I get a physical check, I'd have to drive 2 hours out of my way to deposit it, and I don't have a vehicle right now. And I really need this money to buy some of the schooling supplies I need. Which is kind of like BS, because I went ahead and like I like scraped up enough money to like get the remaining school supplies that I needed. One of them being like a webcam that I need for the Zoom class courses. Well, they're all Zoom class courses because of the whole like pandemic thing is like still like a big issue here on the res. But yeah, I need a webcam in order for my professor to like see me and make sure I'm there. But yeah, it's been like this whole like back and forth. But they didn't email me like saying that, like turning me down, saying like, oh no, we need the voided check. So like since they didn't say that, like I'm hoping the screenshot that I took of my bank account with my name and necessary information worked. I'm hoping it worked, because if it doesn't come in tomorrow, I'm gonna fucking start worrying. It's like I fucking assholes. Here I am getting pissed at them already for something that hasn't happened yet. You fucking assholes. This is why I told you I needed like a fucking direct deposit set up. But yeah, if it doesn't come tomorrow, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. So I'm hoping my screenshot and my little, I guess my little sob story, like, oh man, I don't have a vehicle. I need the direct deposit because I can't drive anywhere right now. So it's not like quite a sob story. Like it's fucking true, you know. Can't really drive anywhere with the tires I have, and I need that direct deposit so I can, one, pay off my cabin, and two, fucking get that gaming chair. Because like sitting in this like wheelchair, this hard ass wheelchair, like all day every day, doing drawings and taking classes, it's It's really taking a toll on my ass. It's like in the late afternoon, like fucking my ass will be so sore. It's aggravating. Anyway, I hope y'all do. I hope yous all is doing all right. Oh, now that Melody's here, I can start on her piece. But this is turning out pretty cool. I'm liking it. Okay, save. Oh yeah, Rex to Landry saying like long term it'll also screw up your back probably. Right? Oh man. That's why I've been like eyeing this gaming chair. It's only like $100. Well, at least right now because they got like a little special going on. Like usually it's like close to 110, but right now it's like at $99, and I clipped a coupon for it, which is like another $10 off. So it's like $89, but shipping and handling is $30. So I'm hoping that deal lasts until tomorrow when I hopefully get my disbursement check. That way I can go ahead and order this gaming chair, because like it also not only does it come with like a backrest, but it can like recline up to like 135 degrees. But it also has like lumbar massaging dealy bobs. I was like, fucking hell, like all that for like not even $100, especially with this deal going on. Fuck yeah, man. I am down. But I gotta wait till tomorrow. So I've been checking periodically. Like maybe I'll get my money before tomorrow, I'm hoping. Nope. And I'm hoping this deal is still present tomorrow. It's still there right now, so I'm hoping it's still there tomorrow. I better fucking get that. Oh man, I'm gonna be so upset if they're mailing it to me. Like, you fucking assholes, I told you I couldn't fucking deposit this check. Piece of shit, motherfuckers. Ugh. But I think I'd have a right to be pissed off at them. Just like call them up and freaking yell their ears off. You fucking dipshits, didn't you get my fucking email? God damn it. I'm like, I told you I couldn't fucking drive anywhere. I can't fucking deposit this thing. That's why I was fucking trying to set up fucking direct deposit. You asshole motherfuckers. I'm already like sort of pissed off at them too, because when doing this whole semester thing, like I thought I already had everything set. When I get this phone call, this phone call was like earlier this week. And they're like telling me like, oh, we ran into a problem with your registration. It's like, what's going on? And they told me, it's like, well, looks like you've went to college before. You went to a Brooks college. It's like, yeah, like but we don't have your transcript on file. It's like, what? Like I already sent that to you. I already sent that to you guys last semester, because that was the only way I could get into the school, was like getting that transcript. And I had to go through like a little bit of trouble trying to get that transcript because the school doesn't exist anymore. So it's like the chick was like, okay, well, I'll check with the admissions and see if they have it. And so she checked really quick, like, oh no, they don't have it. So like you need to get that to us so you can, I guess, continue going to school. Like, no, fucking hell. Thankfully, I still had all that documentation like on my comp. So I emailed that off, and like oh, that was why they couldn't send out my college disbursement, is because they needed that transcript in order to verify it before sending out my disbursement. So the all of last week I was waiting for my disbursement check and not receiving it, and I was expecting it this week, only to find out they were holding on to it because they didn't have record of a transcript that I already sent them fucking last semester. And I was already like fucking pissed off about that. It's like, God damn, I gotta send this bullshit off to them again once more. Shit. Get your shit together, man. Fucking, I was supposed to have that fucking check already. Sons of bitches. So yeah, I'm already fucking aggro about having to deal with like them not keeping track of the shit that I already send them. So if I don't get that check tomorrow, I'm gonna be even more fucking livid, and they're gonna hear about it, and in like maybe an hour-long phone rant. Why is this in a new layer? What the hell? Oh, that's why. I need a beer. That's what I need. Unfortunately, I has nuns and can't get nuns. Maybe I can get some tomorrow. I shoot. I don't know. I don't even have a vehicle to do that. God damn it! I am sans vehicle again. So how's everyone else doing? How are we doing, chat? We getting ready for the 3-day weekend? Oh shit. I didn't mean to click on that. Damn it. I'm opening up Steam accidentally. I'm like looking up some of the outfit reference for this character. Clicked on the wrong fucking thing. No! Get out of here, Steam. I didn't mean to click on you. Click past all of this. Okay. Exit. There we go. Ah! Hmm. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. Guess I should pull up something to listen to, but I don't know what to listen to. more spoopy stories. Anything anyone else wants to talk about? I think I've ranted about my stuff long enough. Yeah, let me see if I can find some spooky stories. There we go. Spoopy in the Wood stories. Might have to adjust volume.
Alright. I've created 3 threads now, including this one telling you guys my /x/ worthy in a wood stories.
What the
and
fuck?
I'm gonna number each story.
Oh! Is my headphone not plugged in properly?
And put them all here. Sorry for the wall of text, but hey, these are good.
Oh shit. I think my headphones are jacked up. Oh, okay, there we go.
Stories, I guess.
Ah! Alright, I gotta start over again. It's like, yeah, it looked like you guys were getting the full benefit of the audio, but for me, I couldn't hear anything. It's like I just kept hearing this garbly, like in the distance nonsense. Like I couldn't make out anything. That turns out one of my audio jacks wasn't plugged in all the way. Fucking hell, fuck me, right? Anyway.
Alright. I've created 3 threads now, including this one telling you guys my /x/ worthy in a wood stories. And I'm gonna number each story and put them all here. Sorry for the wall of text, but hey, these are good stories, I guess. Enjoy. Be me. 17 at the time. Be in high school with part-time job. Job is feeding cows for grandpa. It's early winter. Gets darker sooner. PNG. Get cow feed and everything. Work truck. Go to first farm. Already dark. Forget keys like tard. F my life.exe. Grab 2 buckets at a time. Walk them 40 yards over gate. Whistle to stay upbeat and because oddest. After getting done, head back to truck. Barely hear noise over leaves crunching. Sounds like someone learning how to whistle. Weird, but animals or something. Next couple days. Keep hearing the whistling. Coming from my pa's property across road. Notice over these days, it's progressing. The whistles are getting clearer. Whistle goes from blowing / quiet whistling to loud 2 fingers in mouth getting attention whistling. Still think it's birds or something. Think about it at home. Realize the whistles were mimicking my whistles. Okay, well maybe it's a bird still. 2 days later. Come to second farm gate.
It's a green text. Green text post. Would you rather prefer listening to a creepypasta?
Have keys this time. Dark as f.jpg. Drop keys trying to open gate lock.
Hold on, what are these dogs barking at? Okay. Okay, I'm back.
Say, damn it when I drop keys. Feed cows. Come back and hear gurgles and animal moaning. Coming from the other farm across road. WTF. Decide to investigate because it might be dying cow. Hop fence and start walking. Property goes uphill. Woods get more thick as you go. Keep walking, and hearing animal dying noises. Kinda paranoid because dying sounds. Sounds change kinda. Go from moaning / gurgles to moaning / mumbling. Kinda getting more scared now. Keep going but slower. The noises keep changing and start sounding like a person. Now I think there is a homeless man. Less scared but still pretty scared. Approximately 30 yards from noises. Sit down to listen and think of what to do.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
Homeless guy is saying damn it. Sounds like 60-year-old smoker multiplied by 10. Keeps repeating damn it over and over. Notice the tone and inflection is getting lighter. Oh shit. MP4. That's my voice. Really scared and angry. Stand up and start creeping uphill. Crest hill with foam light on. Yell at the noise while climbing hill. Gets over hill and stop. On the edge of my light is a humanoid figure. Squatting in front of me. Eyes glowing really bright from foam light. Still telling myself it's a person. It comes closer. WTF am I looking at? .png. Best way I can describe how I felt was uncanny valley feeling. Its head was much larger than a normal person's head. Eyes were very large and the eyes glowed yellow/green. Its neck was too long, that's the best way I can describe it. Really skinny, halabunga skinny. Very tall. I'm sitting there, no noise, staring at this person. It slowly starts standing up while looking down at me. At least 2 feet taller than me, I'm 6'1". While staring at me it says "damn it" in my voice one more time. I just turn and run. Can't hear anything behind me. My legs have lost all feeling. Hop fence, get in truck and leave. I went back, and the days after that happened I heard the whistling again. That was story 1. Story number 2. Be me. 2 weeks ago as of writing this. Decided to bring my girlfriend, my friend, and her exchange student boyfriend from Finland, and my other friend who's a bi Hong Konger. Strange, I know. For context, because this may play into it, I don't know though. I shot a deer that morning, skinned and butchered it. And I brought it to my family farm, different farm from the first story. To drop it off for coyotes to finish off or drag off. My friend, who we will call RF, Russian friend, she's a Stacy fag, but I love her to death, so I don't give a damn. My GF will be called
Oh shit, I
GF,
almost
of
spilled my
course.
freaking soda.
My other 2 friends will be HK, Hong Konger, and FB, Finboy. We drive out to my farm and it's around 6:20 p.m, quite dark already. We get there and are driving towards my already established camp area. RF mentions something along the lines of, "Haha, wouldn't it be funny if we saw a skinwalker anon?" Immediately tell her to shut the hell up, don't say that shit out loud. RF apologizes and agrees that it's a bad idea. She's sorta /X and /K mix. FB, wait, what is skinwalker anon? Me, shut up FB, I already told RF to shut up about it. He proceeds to keep bantering and pestering me about it and I'm basically forced to tell him about the legends and stories. Finally he shuts up about it. And looking back, there was already a sense of paranoia from just talking about it. We drop off deer carcass and guts deep in a woods about a football field away from our camping spot. We get to spot, set up camp, chairs, food, fire, we chilling. Me and my GF notice we need more firewood. We get in my truck and drive to a brush pile we have on the property. Collect wood. I'm chopping wood and my GF stops me. GF, wait anon. Me, what's wrong babe? GF, shhhh, listen. We hear movement in the trees, not light movement either. It stops and we kinda just continue getting wood. I'm thinking in the moment that it's probably a horny buck chasing a doe. Come back with wood. Fire lasts probably another hour or 2. This all happened from 6:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. Me and my GF leave for firewood again. We get there, and we're joking about what if something is out there. We laugh and gather wood. While I'm chopping a log to break it up, I smell something. This sounds so stereotypical, but I swear to whatever God is convenient that it was like this. I stand up and take a deep breath to catch my breath. A foul smell vaguely wafts into my nose. Roadkill/wet dog/rotting garbage. Damn it, this is some /K/shit. I think to myself, brush it off but keep it in the back of my head. Come back and we're eating, drinking apple juice, Martinelli's Gold Medal Choice Grade Sparkling Apple Juice, to be specific, love that shit. Anyway we chilling, and FB brings up the skinwalker shit again. HK pipes up, and they start talking amongst themselves about as well as RF. Me and my GF look at each other and just say, screw it, they are gonna do whatever. The tension in the air is getting more and more palpable, the air just feels heavy. RF, wait, where are the woods?
Hold on. Dasko has a green text of his own. Be me. Use college toilet. The bowl is lower to the floor than I expected. Sit down. Junk takes a dive into the toilet. I sit there for 10 minutes, traumatized. oh man, that sucks. I'm sorry, Dasko. That does sound horrible.
Sounds. Me, what do you mean? At that moment I noticed it too. God damn it, more/x/shit, I'm thinking. RF is getting more and more afraid, she wants to leave. I tell her to chill, it's all good. I was also afraid because this isn't normal. But I didn't want to scare everyone, I was the guide, the one who knew the area and the most responsible out of everyone except my GF. HK and FB are getting scared as well, looking around and behind them. We have cows on my farm and we would hear our new bull Kaiser getting his nut on. RF would always ask what it was, and I would rationalize it. It kept happening that I was put at ease. I'm sitting back enjoying the fire, when we hear a howl/yip. RF, what is that anon? Me, coyote, they won't come near, they are afraid of humans. It sounded like a coyote impersonating a rooster's crow, that's was strange, I was thinking. Coyotes don't really make sounds like that in my area, they normally just yip and howl. And it was only one coyote. It keeps going and I get super annoyed. Oi, fuck off at, I yell at the top of my lungs at where the sounds were coming from. When it stopped my heart kinda dropped. I can't tell you why, but I felt the rush of fear and adrenaline pump into my veins. Me, there, it stopped. The sound went off again, and it was much, much closer. It went from a kinda ambient sound to being 50 yards from us. I'm kinda shitting bricks, I can hear it much better. It doesn't sound like a normal coyote, more of a human interpretation of one. Super cliche, I know, but I'm being dead frigging serious. RF, FB, HK, GF, and I all look at the direction it came from. RF, screw this, she said. She got up and FB calmed her down. I stood up and watched the area where it was coming from. Slowly fanning the area with my eyes, looking for movement in square formations. Looking at a section of darkness and looking in a square formation. I keep looking and I see movement, and it's big. I could tell all my friends and GF looking to me for guidance. Without looking at them, I tell them to start packing. FB, Anon, wait, what's going on? Me, I said, now. I told HK and RF to start gathering the trash and food. And I asked my GF to get my axe and tools and put them in my truck. Me, FB, come with me, we're gonna put out the fire. I grabbed my bucket and started speed walking to a pond not far away. I get there and the sounds kick up again, it's moving, and now it's 30 yards from us. FB, what the hell is that? FB is looking into the woods. I grab the bucket and him and run. I put out the fire and tell everyone to get the hell inside. As everyone is getting in, the sound is getting really frantic. It started sounding like screaming, human screaming. We drive off and leave the farm. Everyone is quiet, and I'm slowly going down the dirt road. I rolled down my window and stuck my head out to listen. Utter and disturbing silence. I hit the gas and take off. Later I talked to my GF about what happened. She told me that she could tell something bad was happening before the sounds. She said my posture would go from relaxed to stiff and alert. And I talked to FB and I asked him what he saw. He told me after some persuading, that he saw a figure moving around when we heard the noises when we're getting water. Story number 3 again. Sorry for the wall. Be me. Probably 12 at the time. Be walking in a woods with 2 friends. We chilling, talking, walking. Suddenly hear rustling in bush. Lots of rustling. Holy shit, it's getting louder. We book it down the hill and look back up. All we see is a huge broad-shouldered pitch black entity with glowing red eyes. Not circles but the apple slice shaped evil eyes. It has a mist-like attribute to it. Kinda like the heat waves of a mirage. It starts levitating towards us and we take off towards my house running as fast as we can. I'm pissing my brown pants. We look back and it's got its arms outstretched as if it wanted to hug/grab us. We keep running until we get to my house. Don't tell parents because they will think I'm a schizo. Decide to go to sleep. Wake up, I don't know how long later. I can't move. I can't make a sound. All I can do is look around. I look into the corner of my room and see it. It materializes into existence and just sits in the corner, staring at me. It slowly comes to the foot of my bed and leans over me. That's when a pair of long, hairy arms with black razor-sharp nails come from what is above me that I can see. And they grab me and cover my eyes. I woke up the next morning and have never seen anything like this again. And finally my last story. Story number 4. Be me. Probably 15, 18 at the moment. Mid-November, because hunting. I like getting up before sun up to get drop on deer. Walking through old trail and woods. Crunching, and my cold icy breaths is all I can hear. Besides that it's just nighttime in a woods sounds. At the time couldn't own guns so had CZ.223. Keep walking till I get to stand. Climb stand. Get to the top and hang my pack from hooks in tree. Take out antlers and grunt call. Sit for maybe an hour. Maybe 40 minutes before sunrise. Decide to rattle and grunt. Rattle, rattle. Grunt. After getting done sit back. After like 20 seconds, hear grunt/wheeze. Oh shit big buck, pog. Hear horny big buck heading my way. Crunch, 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 stop. Deer fever is taking over and I'm shaking with excitement. Beta coop never shot buck before. Can hear the buck moving around 10 yards away from stand. Bated breath is listening. The moon is quite bright tonight, so can see in darkness. Can't see forest floor but ray of moonlight passes by my tree low to the ground. Buck getting closer. Gets easy ready. Aim downwards to the right of my stand. Buck is heading literally a foot away from my tree. Can see its antlers in the small ray of moonlight. This is gay as F, but at the time I liked it. My AG class had a contest that if you got the biggest buck out of the whole class, you'd get like $200 or something. Moneyboner.exe. Rack is big, and deer is bigger. Wait till I can see its body to take shot. Can't see anything. Moonlight rays split between two trees on the deer's path with pitch black where there is no rays. Can't see deer after the rack leaves the moonlight. Can hear it though, it's going past me. I'm focusing on the sound and not on where it is visually. Focus eyes on where the deer is. See movement and snap my eyes towards it. An elongated human foot and calf passes through the light. Wait.pdf. Brain kind of just fogs up. I kind of sit there like a tard, wondering what I just saw. Literally the leg looked like it was someone walking/crawling on all fours. Brain suddenly realizes what happened and my stomach drops and the adrenaline starts pumping. Slowly sit back, trying to be as quiet as possible. My back sits against the bark of the tree. Clutching rifle while semi-hyperventilating. Scared out my ass. The fear is straight primal. As if I'm being the hunted instead of the other way around. Want to look behind me? Don't do it, you frigging idiot. Does it regardless of brain's input. Slowly look behind the tree I'm sitting against. Look up the hill, scanning the perimeter of the area I can see. Nothing, nothing, red eyes, nothing, wait what? Snap back to the eyes. The most piercingly menacing eyes I've ever seen. Eyes have red eye whites, and its pupils are glowing yellow/orangish, pick related. Shits bricks harder than already doing so. Immediately sit back against the tree again. Gripping rifle so tightly that my nails are scratching into the barrel. Kinda pass out. Wake up and it's daytime. Rifle is still in lap. Look around. Nothing. GIF. Basically firemen slide down the ladder to the stand. Bolt back to my dad's truck he let me drive. Hop in and drive home at speed of light. I might be leaving out details because this happened way back, and my brain kind of blocked it out for a bit. There's all my stories. I can type out some friends and family stories if y'all want, but here's all my personal stories. Don't want this thread to die, so I'll contribute. Not very in a woods, but it happened in a woods behind my house. I'll green text for brevity, but I'll probably fail in that regard. Be me. B7 maybe. Live in the Ozarks. Tree sandhills.jpg, pic related. Middle of nowhere, only kid my age is on the other side of the woods. I liked to trespass a lot and my parents didn't know/care. Crossing the woods to stay the night at friend's house. Several properties between mine and his. Have to army crawl to get under some bushes at the end of the property where there's a barbed wire fence. Lifting my head up as I approach the fence. Clearing with a big ass tree in the middle. Almost sunset. Have to push down the tall grass to crawl under the barbed wire. Freeze. There is something white near the tree. Squint hard. Looks like a woman in a wedding gown hanging from one of the branches. Sounds cliché, but that's what I saw. Ghost? Suicide? Plastic tarp? Doesn't matter, got a bolt. Run all the way through the woods. Trip several times. Run through a spider web and get bit on my right ear. Make it home and get ignored by parents. I posted this before, but that was like 5 years ago. I was a pretty retarded kid and easily frightened, but this genuinely felt wrong to see, and I don't bring it up with people I know, because it feels too real to acknowledge it. I have more stories if anyone is interested, but they're mostly unrelated to Thread. Sure thing, round 2. Walking home from friend's house, the one across the woods. Took the road, 'cause don't have to go through the woods. Literal back road that winds through the hills. Pick related. Longer than walking through the woods but doesn't require trespassing. Using a walkie-talkie to talk to my mom because children didn't get phones back then. The signal is really shitty and comes in and out. Mom is mid-sentence when she is cut off. Deep horrifying voice comes in. My mind and my bowels are both simultaneously evacuated. Threatening as hell. Cry like a bitch to my mom. She didn't even hear the voice. Ask her to come pick me up. She sends stepdad out on the four-wheeler. He's pissed when he gets there and I cry the whole time I'm waiting for him. Literally could not tell you what the voice said. I know it said something directly to me, but it's been so long / it was so traumatizing to my tiny underdeveloped brain that I cannot remember any of the words. Only that it was a very masculine / gravelly voice.
Aw, poor honey kitty. Doing all the racings. How'd you do, love? Did you win? Were you winning? I need some more Dr. Pepper. Sweet. Yeah, I hear they hand those out on some college campuses. There's a condom in my campus welcome bag. Nice.
Maybe even demonic, and that I took whatever it said as a threat. My best guess is something along the lines of, I'm gonna come find you / I know where you are, and I'm gonna kill / gut you. Hell, they might have even used my actual name, thinking back on it as hard as I can. I've always rationalized that it was someone listening in on the same frequency deciding it would be really funny to mess with me, but no idea why my mom wouldn't have heard it. I know it wasn't my stepdad though, 'cause he's never been that kind of guy. Damn Anon, yeah, that's messed. I can see why you'd shit yourself. I would have thought it was closer and someone was watching me or some shit. Now you've given me the inspiration to tell an Inwood story he told me a couple months back. Here we go. Be my friend. Also be Inwood's fiend. Recently bought a PSA K74 and buttload of 7.62x39. Decide to go Inwoods with a buddy. Be around February. Go Inwoods on private property. His grandfather's land, which is like 500 ish acres, he lives near Jonesboro, most I'll say. Pack car and head off. Friend is also a/K/Amando and likes to run a cheap Chicom rig. Other friend is running an Rinko SKS with Type .56 SKS stripper clip chest rig. Pick related, stalker vibes. They both decide to hike out into a large hill/mountain in the middle of the property. They arrive at the area. Set up camp, bushcraft shelters and shit. Cook spam and beans. Run around the immediate area like fags trying.
Bushcraft shelters. Oh my god. It's like I saw there was like a whole bunch of them like a few years ago. And they would pop up in my feed and I'd watch a couple of them, look kind of interesting, but then they started getting like crazy elaborate with like fucking like underground like waterfall swimming pools and all that shit. And I'm like watching this thing is like, you know what, that's not very practical. It's like building like an underground dwelling is like, it sounds pretty cool and they make it look pretty cool, but when they started incorporating like fucking underground swimming pools, and I'm over here thinking like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what's gonna happen to all that water? They don't build like a drainage system, and there's like no water purification system. Like once they like pour all that water in there, it's just gonna be standing water. It's gonna become stagnant, and then it's gonna be a breeding ground for bacteria and mosquitoes. And thinking like, yeah, it looks cool at first, but it's gonna be like fucking hell to deal with after like X amount of time. Like, how the fuck do you clean that up? And then watching like a few exposés like recently about how a lot of those like freaking bushcraft videos were just fucking bullshit. Like how it's like they want you to believe they used everything like with like they did everything with primitive weapons and sand. But when another YouTuber like found like where they do some of this bushcraft stuff, like it's like well, other people have pointed out like, well, there's like excavation tread marks in the background somewhere, and then like the guy who stumbled upon like a bunch of the bushcraft video areas, there's just like bags of cement and just like fucking junk food wrappers everywhere. And like the ones where they did like all the like the water slides and the underground pools, it's just fucking disgusting now. So fucking gross. But yeah, a lot of those bushcraft videos are just fucking bullshit. They looked cool, but put some thought into it. Is like, yeah, that's not very sanitary. That's not very practical.
To find areas of potential attackers. LARPfags.fov. They run around until dark collecting firewood and LARPing. They get comfy for the night. Comfyposting.exe. Falls asleep for maybe 2 hours. Wakes up to a terrible reek. Body odor and wet dog. Friend wakes up other friend. Yo, do you smell that shit? Yeah, WTF is that? Attribute it to a skunk or some shit. Try to go to sleep, but can't because of the smell. Friend carries a ppm 88 and puts that shit on to help. Doesn't help. PNG. The smell is getting progressively closer. Described it as moving. They start hearing crunching a couple yards out towards their 1 o'clock. Grab AK. Grab SKS. Cradle them like newborn babies. Friend grabs headlamp and puts it on. Wants to look at what it could be. Gets up, and when he gets straight up almost vomits in mask. Friend kinda stands there petrified by the noises walking around near their camp. They set up a perimeter to try and see what it is. The sounds are getting much closer. Friend's adrenaline would let him throw a car into space, that's how hyped he is. Decides for whatever reason to turn on head torch. Light comes on and green eyes are staring back at him. Kinda cools down, thinking it's a raccoon or something. Wait, that raccoon must be in a tree or something. The eyes are higher than a raccoon on the ground. Him and his friend walk closer. As they get closer, they start to see it's not a frigging raccoon. It runs away and around them. He catches a glimpse of it, and it's a really big black dog. They whip their guns every way it goes. Eventually my friend shoots at the dog. The dog stops and stares. They can still only see the eyes, and when it moves, he shoots at it again, hitting center mass. The eyes raise 3 more feet and start moving straight towards them. Both guys are dumbstruck, and before they can do anything really, it comes fully into view. It's a dog, but it's standing up straight. Has body of bear, legs of wolf, human hands with long nails on them. And its head, according to my friend, was missing skin on its jaws and gums, leaving it to kinda look like a skull, pick related. Friend looks it dead in the eyes and said he felt that he was looking into the eyes of something pure evil, a dark primal evil. He immediately raises his rifle and just mag dumps in its general direction, and so does his friend. The dogman, that's what he called it, screams from getting hit with beautiful 7.62x39. They kinda turn and start heading back into camp. All the while watching the area for the thing they just mag dumped into. They see it take off and run off back deeper into the woods. They grab their shit, douse the fire, and head for the ATV they came in on. As they're running, they can hear heavy pained breathing and deep guttural yips and barks/howls. My friend reloaded at this point, turns and just starts shooting wildly in the general direction behind them. The sounds and leaves crunching from it following slows down. They get on ATV and take off. They arrive at grandfather's house and kind of explain away all the gunfire and why they left as target practice and just getting bored. Grandfather kind of just looks like he knows more than what he's letting on. Later that night, from their beds in the house, they hear a set of howls that happen every couple of minutes. I showed him the movie An American Werewolf in London, and when the werewolf howls and the sounds it made happen in the movie, he stopped it and told me that's what it sounded like. Said they sounded kind of human-ish. Be me. Hiking in the middle of nowhere in Utah with friends. Hike a hard day deep in a woods, set up a nice camp in a peaceful valley. Go to sleep. Wake up at 3 a.m., pitch black, moon is covered by clouds. Have to poop? Badly. Grab my headlamp and walk irresponsibly far from campsite to poop. I am poop shy. Sitting there in ultimate blackness pooping. Realize not only is the moon clouded over, but a fog rolled into the valley that night. It feels like I'm pooping in a dark void of nothingness. Turn to my right, see glowing eyes staring at me. Sphincter tighten.exe. Nope the hell out of there mid-poop. Try to navigate back to campsite, but I can't see shit. Lost my sense of direction completely. And usually I'm a pretty good navigator in a woods. Can't see stars, the nearby mountain tops, or anything at all. Total darkness in the fog. Panic and dread. Keep seeing the frigging eyes, it's following me, feels like it's getting closer too. Every time I see the eyes, I move away. After like an hour I eventually end up at the campsite just by trying to avoid whatever the hell was staring at me all that time. I completely lost my direction and had no clue where I was. Get into my tent, get comfy and eventually fall asleep after about an hour of waiting there listening with my knife clutched. Wake up next morning, group is unusually quiet. We all start eating breakfast and there isn't really any conversation. All of the sudden, I feel presence next to me.
No! All of the sudden. Fucking jackass. It's like your story. Your story sucks now. We're using all of the sudden. Fucking dipshit. Yeah, I hate improper English. It's like Unglish. Okay. Just sit through the rest of this. All of the sudden. All of the sudden. Fucking asshole.
A frigging big ass deer is literally standing within arm's reach of me sniffing at our food. WTF.jpg. We are all sitting there motionless, watching this big retard sniff around. Eventually the deer freezes, and it seems like it realizes we are humans. It bolts the hell out of there, stops about 50 meters away from our camp and just stares at us. Wish I had something more spoopy, but that was frigging weird. Almost like the bastard guided me back to the campsite and then showed up the next day to say hi.
What next? What the hell? The freaking title of this video. Wife got pregnant with her boyfriend and tried to pass off the kid as mine. Again. What do you mean again? Jeez. It happened once before. Like, what? Why the fuck are you still together? Oh my god. It's like, yeah, your wife gets pregnant by her boyfriend and you just fucking zip out of there. Get a divorce, separate, just fucking be done with it. What the fuck is this again nonsense? You fucking clown. Okay. Trying to find some other video to listen to. Ah, here's one. How about some odd childhood stories? Huh? What's up, love? It's got some question marks. Oh, the mini rant. I was talking about like there was like a title for a video. It was like one of those story, like text story videos about like I guess cheaters or something. And like the title of it said like wife got pregnant with boyfriend and tried to pass the kid off as mine. Dot 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 again. It's like, geez, what the hell is this again nonsense? Like, if your wife fucking cheats on you and gets pregnant with her side BF, that should be it for the relationship. Just fucking get a divorce and duck on out of there. It's like she cheated on you once, and then like for the dude to allow that to happen again, it's like, why the fuck are you still with her, man? Fucking idiot. Jeez. Should have been done with the first time. Goes out and gets herself pregnant by some other dude. And you're still married to her? Oh my god. Anyway, that's all I was ranting about. It was just like a weird title I saw. I was like it's like the title was a story in and of itself. Anyway, on to this one. Odd childhood stories.
Greetings and bienvenue, Midnight Crew. Thank you for returning to this broadcast. And welcome to new viewers joining us for the first time. If you like a video, then feel free to subscribe.
Had a couple of weird ones in primary school too. Year 6, around 10 or 11 years old. Teacher reminds us of Ned Flanders. Nice guy, really calm, really religious, deceptively muscular. Only difference is teacher is like 6'4". Doing silent reading. Classroom door is wooden with 2 glass panels at the top and bottom. Knock on door. Look up and see well-dressed man standing there. Teachers talks to him in the corridor and comes back. Tells Kyle his dad is here to take him to his appointment. The teacher had been forewarned that Kyle was leaving early for an appointment, by the way. Kyle is like a little metalhead, so I'm really surprised his dad looks that respectable. Goes out and closes the door. See him outside the class trying to come back in, but his dad starts pulling him away. Must be a dentist appointment. Girl I'm sitting next to glances up. See Kyle get dragged out of sight. Girl asks the teacher who the man was. Teacher tells her it's nothing to do with her, it's his business, etc. Some gobshite pipes up and says it was his dad to take him to his appointment. But then she tells the teacher that's not Kyle's dad. They live in the same street. She knows Kyle's dad. His dad is more like a Hell's Angel. Teacher has that penny drop moment. Jumps out of his chair and runs to the door. Shouts down the corridor for them to wait. Ninja starts sprinting after them. Naturally, we all run to the door. Kyle sobbing his heart out. Teacher just pummels the complete shit out of this guy. No one sees him as Ned Flanders anymore afterward. It turned out he was obviously some abductor. But what he had done was really pretty clever. All of the parents would mill around the gate to pick their kids up. He hung around there with them like he was picking his own kid up. Then he overheard Kyle's dad reminding him that he was picking him up for his appointment on X, Y, and Z. Then he just used that information to LARP as his dad to try and abduct him from the school in front of everyone.
Fuck.
Be in elementary school, 3rd grade. Day going normal, then all of a sudden we are all called to the gym for an assembly. Despite being a kid, I have enough knowledge to know something is not right. Talk to friends and they figure it is nearing the end of the school year, so maybe just fun assembly. Nah man, something isn't right. Principal on the stage literally having us sing songs. Okay, something is clearly not right here. Hey, Tom said he saw some dude run by the windows in his class, said he looks weird. I knew something was wrong. Doors to assembly open, hear a distinct whistle, a family whistle.
Anon, we're going, come on.
It was my mom, get in her car. She tells me some convict escaped the prison, was armed, and the cops were chasing him. There was a large police presence outside the school as he tried to break into the building. She literally pushed her way through school officials and police to get me out of the school.
Oh boy, do I have a story. So I was around 12 or 13 at the time, right? And my little brother of 5 years old came into my room in the middle of the night, all like I had a scary dream that someone was watching me from the corner in my room. So I said, okay, come here. So now we were up talking about some dumb thing like Pokemon cards or Minecraft when my brother goes silent and quickly throws the covers over his head and drops down. When I asked him what was wrong, he whispers to me in the most terrified voice I've ever heard from a child, "The man from my dream is still here." He then proceeded to point to the corner of my room that's kinda shadowy. Now I was just thinking that though the shadows were a monster, so I got up to show him nothing was there. I approached the corner and noticed the temperature of my room slowly dropping until it's almost freezing once I'm there in the corner. I'm in the middle of saying, "See, there's nothing here," when I was cut off by something shoving me hard on my back. Needless to say, I was terrified and hid under the covers with my little brother until the sun came up. I changed rooms a couple weeks later and still haven't stepped foot in that corner ever since.
When I was about 7 or 8, I used to share a room with my brother. We had bunk beds. He was on the bottom bunk and I was on the top. One night I had a dream I was being chased through my old house I used to live in. I moved right before my 5th birthday. Anyway, I was in my old house and I was being chased by something. I'm not sure what it was, but I remember it was me and possibly my brothers and a lady wearing a rose dress running and hiding from something in the old house. In my dream I never saw the woman's face, but I remember trying to hide from whatever it was that was in the house chasing us. When I woke up from the dream, I looked over at my dresser and I noticed there was a black silhouette in the shape of a person outlining the front of it. I stared at it for what I'm guessing was a few seconds, and from the neck down the silhouette lit up. It was a lady wearing a rose dress and she was pointing at me. I remember she had red painted nails and the dress was kind of a maroon burgundy flowery pattern. Again, only from the neck down the silhouette lit up. The face and hair remained dark and I never saw it. Needless to say, I freaked out, so I turned over facing the wall, pulled the covers over my head and closed my eyes until I fell asleep. The next morning I went into my mother's room and asked her if she had been in my room in the middle of the night. She said no, and I told her the story. I guess she believed me and thought it was strange, but I didn't think anything more of it until years later. Now a little backstory into my mother's life. Her mother died when she was 13, almost 14 years old, from a stroke. I obviously had never met her, but I heard many stories about her growing up. Fast forward from when I was 7 or 8 to when I was about 14 or 15. I was on vacation staying with my mother and her best friend, and my story about the woman I saw was brought up. I told the story to my mother's best friend and she thought it was strange, and my mom sat there quietly thinking for a minute and said,
"You know something, Anon. Now that I remember it, your grandmother was buried in a rose dress."
I asked several times if she was bullshitting me and she assured me she was being honest. I will admit that the whole situation could be simply chalked up to me waking up still slightly dreaming, because in my dream, I never saw the woman's face and maybe my brain could not make one out when I woke up. However, if it was my grandmother, that's a pretty damn dirty trick to play on a 7-year-old.
Be around 9 or 10. Hanging around subdivision where I grew up with neighbor friend my age, his 5-year-old brother and some other kid around our age I didn't know well who was a visiting family friend of theirs. Live in a quiet rural middle-class subdivision surrounded by a lot of woods. We're exploring woods that run behind and off to the side of friend's house. We go a bit farther than we usually ever did and eventually came to the bottom of a less densely wooded steep hill. Make our way up. Get to the top. Just past the tree line is a huge wide open dirt space. Surrounding it and around various places are a bunch of rusted out old cars and metal junk. Never even knew there was a junkyard around here. All of us start getting weird scared vibes and decide to not explore the junkyard. We turn around and to head back down the hill. We see a random orange cat walking up the hill nearby. It comes to us when we beckon to it. Walks right up to us and then right by us casually. Notice as it passed one of its whole sides is completely shaved or missing hair, looks really weird. About halfway down, one of us must have stepped on a hornet's nest in the ground. We all get stung multiple times and get scratched up running away out of the woods back in the general direction of the street. Head back to friend's house. Explain what happened and where we were to friend's parents as we get seen to. They never heard of any junkyard nearby and don't know where we were, but generally scolded us about trespassing. That friend and I, not long after, maybe a few weeks, tried to go back there when it was just the two of us one day. But we couldn't find it again, not even the hill. We knew pretty well where it should have been, but we never could find it. This was the late 90s. Years later in the 2010s, I'm on Google Earth. Check out the old subdivision. Remember and look for this place. There is no trace of this junkyard/hill where it should be. Not even the landscape. Where were we?
Posting 2, I guess. One more intense than the other. Around like 6 or 7 or something. Around like 8 or 9 p.m. playing shitty early 2000s flash games on my parents' computer in our office room. Summer in the Pacific Northwest, so window is open for nice cool moist air. Computer starts running slow and I start getting pissed off. Internet goes out and my web browser crashes. Realize how dark it is outside, start getting kind of creeped out. Look back at my computer, still trying to load shit. See and feel a bald man in a suit who has no face, or at least no discernible facial features in peripheral vision. He is staring at me through the window. Frozen in fear, keep staring at blank computer screen, too scared to move. Eventually slowly get up, keep my eyes away from the window, and go to walk out of the room. Tell my parents, who are in the living room watching a movie, but leave out the part about him having no face. They are creeped out and think it's a Minecraft YouTuber or something, but eventually chalk it up to child imagination. Next one, around 10 or 11 maybe, few years later. Parents divorced, moved to new state, live with my mom alone. The way our little guest house thing was set up was a 2-story little 1-bedroom loft thing with a main living area and kitchenette making most of the floor space. Below the living area was a garage and laundry room on the first floor. Mom has sleep paralysis one night. Freaked out upon learning that was a thing and the way she described it. Very traumatic for her, bought some kind of totem thing to keep evil spirits away. A few days later, wake up in the middle of the night because I need to piss. The little bedroom I was in was connected to a bathroom by a small hallway that I could see from my bed. Feel faint purple eyes bore into me. Whatever those eyes were connected to was tall. Same fear response as seeing the man in the window. Absolutely frozen. Eventually get too unnerved to continue looking into the eyes, even if it means moving. Start to get up and go tell my mom. I slowly back to the door and open to the living area where my mom is sleeping. Hear banging coming from the garage beneath us. Screw this shit. Wake my mom up, turn the lights on, and tell her what I saw. She is still shaken up on account of her sleep paralysis experience from a week ago and takes it seriously. Start hearing what sounds like an army trampling up and down the stairs leading to our door from the first floor and banging over and over. We both sit there holding each other with the lights on, waiting for it to stop. It does eventually stop. Both stay up all night with the lights on, try to distract ourselves by watching TV and shit. Never discussed between us again. I'm not sure what happened and I probably do not want to know. Having never discussed it again with my mom makes the memory really fuzzy, and I'm sure there are details I am forgetting. The experience was really terrifying because it was the first time I saw my mom genuinely entertain the idea of scary shit beyond our understanding being responsible for things going on instead of me being a kid and having an active imagination. Very strange and crushing to realize that who you look to for answers and protection can provide neither, and you both are just as vulnerable.
3 that seem related but have no connection. First, born at the start of the 80s, I used to play in the street outside all the time. It's late afternoon one time and I'm by myself. Imagination is good and I never minded playing by myself. Be in the street on my scooter or some such. Live on a long L-shaped street, right on the edge of the rounded corner. Look down to the far end of the street, see a car coming. No biggie, not a main street. Continue playing. The car is still coming. Sigh, realizing I'll have to stop playing to get out of the way. Car looks like it's sped up. Can see it's an older brown station wagon. Driver floors it now, the car speeding directly at me. Can see the driver is a bald, haggard-looking old man laughing maniacally. Run out of the street as the car screeches through the turn and speeds off. Second, a couple years later. In the grocery store with Mom. Standing around the meat department. Mom goes into the frozen section to get stuff. By myself, standing still next to our shopping cart and staring off into space or whatever. Store is not super busy, but still kinda crowded. Woman employee comes out of the back pushing a tall cart. She looks a little run down, skin is rough and dull, she's probably late middle age. Pushing the cart one way. She looks over and sees me. Her face lights up and her mouth splits into a too-wide grin. Turns and starts running towards me, as if to run me over with the tall cart. Everyone else seems to fade into blurry NPCs and my surroundings get fuzzy. Frozen in fear, the woman charging me, laughing silently. Mom comes back and puts frozen stuff in our cart. Woman turns and pushes tall cart down another aisle. Never saw her before or again. 3. Several years later. Leave the bedroom to go downstairs. Alone at home. Turn the corner and pass your parents' bedroom. Crib is set up at the foot of their bed for when my sister's baby is born in a few weeks. Passing by and starting down the stairs, see an older bald man in black standing over the crib looking into it. Get to the bottom and process what I saw. Too scared to immediately go back and look. Finally go back up and look, but of course, no one is there. Was also almost kidnapped once by a dude with an 80s stash and a blonde permed woman in a purple Corvette, but that wasn't very weird for the times. Only really somewhat unnerving thing in my life happened around 11 years ago. At home, parents and siblings are out of town for a sports thing for one of my sisters. Need at that time so didn't want to do anything besides sit home and play video, watch anime. Alone in my room save for the dog with all the lights off. Pop into bed around 1 a.m. Dog shifts at my feet around 3 a.m. Open my eyes. Lights are on in the hallway, shining in from under the door. Hear nothing, but I know for a fact I never would have turned on the light. If I had to use the bathroom in a half-asleep state, it's literally right next door to my bedroom and I could walk there blindfolded. Tactically shit myself, then force myself to go back to sleep. I'll die peacefully. Wake up the next morning, lights all the way down the hall are on. It's a very long hall with multiple switches for each set of lights. No sign of a break-in or anything moved. Called my parents in the AM. They were still out of state and didn't show up in the middle of the night. Don't know what happened exactly, but nothing else happened in that house aside from seeing a UFO, which was more fascinating than terrifying.
Be me. The urbexing huge mental hospital Severalls, UK. The walking through kitchen area, notice giant hall-sized fridges, freezers over the back. It's dark, let's go check them out. Have one torch, but have a candle too for my friend. Walking through damp, dark freezer, quiet, no wind because inside obviously. Candle goes out, I have lighter. Call friend over so I can relight this stupid thing. He takes it and walks back the same way. Candle goes out again. Repeat actions, this time I walk with him over there. Candle goes out. WTF. Repeat the process multiple times. There's just this particular nondescript area it won't stay lit in. Nothing there, just a part of the giant, empty freezer. These things are stripped, nothing inside them. No wind, no dripping, candle just goes out. I saw a UFO, but that was less spooky, had prayer answered, and saw a ghost before. Most of my weird experiences are fairly tame though, but ask if you want to hear more. Here's the UFO one. Be me, preteen child, probably about 10 or 12-ish. Like staring out my window, watching the cars go past and planes fly over. It's a busy road and on the flight path for local airport. Staring out my window, evening time, mom's downstairs watching TV. Suddenly a thing drops down over the hill just the other side of the road. Literally opposite my house. It's floating just there, low over the trees. Big saucer thing, silver with a red stripe containing yellow windows around its circumference. Glowing yellow dome in the middle on top, nothing underneath it. Windows look like man-made windows, but the metal body has no seams I can notice. Call for mum. Call again, get no response, but I am not letting this thing out my sight. It's making a kind of soft, not unpleasant humming sound. Don't see any eyes in the windows or anything, thing just hovers there as I stayed open-mouthed at it. Eventually it just leaves as fast as it came down. Don't really remember anything after that except my mum walking up behind me. Ghost. Playing games on family computer back in the day. Pentium 2 300 MHz, 64 MB RAM, ATI 3D Rage Pro. What a beast. Finishing up anyway, about to go downstairs. Shutdown time. Hit shutdown, turn off speakers and monitor, big CRT bastard. Get up, go to leave room. As I get to the door, turn around and check the computer is going to shut down. Sometimes it doesn't power off, but just keeps running despite the OS shutdown. Watch and hear it power off, good, I don't have to walk the 5 steps back. Turn around to leave room through open doorway. Standing there on the other side of doorway is a Victorian-era gent, hat, long coat, cane, glasses, beard and shit, just standing there being all translucent and shit. Just freeze and observe, processing.exe. Nothing changes, he's standing and doing nothing. Running.exe. Sprint downstairs into my garden leaving a trail of bricks. Get outside, breathe.exe activated. Go in front room, tell parents, ghost gun anyway. I've had a few ghostly things occur, like my favorite toy plane, Harrier model went missing in my house, just disappeared under a rocking chair, and gone for years. Many years later, my nan died, so we took some of her stuff, put up her Christmas tree in our kitchen, then it went in the loft. Next year we took it down again, and in the box with its decorations, was my toy Harrier. Used to hear footsteps at 11 p.m. every night from my door to my cupboard in my room too. Started listening to the radio at night in the end. If you're alone upstairs in my house, you can hear conversation in the kitchen. I've accidentally freaked out multiple friends by leaving them alone while I go to the shop because I don't think about it anymore.
Drive to abandoned turnpike in Pennsylvania. With my girlfriend and my older brother. Walk through tunnel. Pretty eerie, graffiti everywhere. Spray paint the largest penis icon on ground. Reach the end of the tunnel, which was about a half mile. At end of tunnel there are rooms to the side with multiple floors. Girlfriend stays downstairs because it's kinda sketchy. Bro and I go up through these rooms. Kinda creepy even though it's midday. Feel like we'll come around the corner and see a meth head. Get to top floor but don't explore this one because I'm feeling a bit creeped out. Call out to girlfriend through that we are heading back down. We get down, exit the tunnel fully. Start to continue down the path. We hear sound of something small hit the ground behind us and turn around. Lifesaver mint. We all look up to see where it dropped from. Open window at the top floor in the room we decided not to explore. Thank you, Mystery Mint Man. Pick related is one of the flights of stairs we climbed.
I hope that you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. If you enjoyed tonight's story, then please subscribe to the channel as more green texts will appear daily. A new broadcast will appear when the clock strikes midnight Central Time.
Alright, y'all. Been streaming for near 2 hours now, so I'm gonna go ahead, call it good on this present stream. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for interacting in chat. For all those who did, it's always awesome interacting with all of you. Brax Talandri, Dasco Draws, Concept Sama, and as always, my lovely moderator, Melody. And to all those who are watching this later, or any lurkers checking this out, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell, or donate to my coffee if you want to support more of this artworks. Either one of those options would be very much appreciated. So until next time, this has been Johnston Blackhorse, the one and only, and I shall check y'all later. Sweet! Bye.